The symbolism of serpents in the Bible and beyond. Serpents, those ancient creatures that slither silently, have long been associated with power, danger, wisdom, and temptation. Across cultures and religions, serpents have been interpreted in various ways, but none more famously than in the Bible. Today, we'll explore the symbolic role of serpents in the Bible, compare it with their symbolism across different cultures, and uncover the deeper lessons these symbols offer us. Welcome to Bible Creatures Unveiled. In the Bible, serpents often symbolize evil, temptation, and deceit. The most notable reference is in the book of Genesis, where the serpent tempts Eve to eat the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. In Genesis 3, verses 1-6, the serpent asks Eve, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" This is the moment when sin first enters the world, and the serpent becomes synonymous with Satan and deceit. Through this story, the serpent embodies the tempter who leads humanity into disobedience, forever associating the snake with negative spiritual connotations. However, serpents aren't always portrayed as evil in the Bible. In the book of Numbers, the Israelites are punished by venomous snakes after complaining against God. But God commands Moses to make a bronze serpent and lift it up on a pole. Those who look upon it are healed. This act of faith in looking at the bronze serpent is later referenced by Jesus in the New Testament, in John 3 verses 14-15, where he says, "Just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so the Son of Man must be lifted up." Here the serpent becomes a symbol of healing and salvation. In many cultures, the serpent is associated with temptation, danger, and even the underworld. In the Christian tradition, the serpent's role in the fall of humanity establishes it as a symbol of evil, but it's not just Christianity. Throughout history, serpents have often been depicted as creatures of chaos, representing an adversarial force. In Greek mythology, the serpent is symbolized by the monster Typhon, and also as a protector of sacred sites, such as the serpent-haired Gorgon, Medusa. Similarly, in ancient Mesopotamian cultures, serpents were both revered and feared, often linked to chaos and destruction. While the serpent is often seen as evil, its symbolism also conveys wisdom and healing. In many cultures, serpents are regarded as sacred creatures. In ancient Egypt, the cobra was a symbol of protection and divine authority, often seen on the headdresses of pharaohs. The serpent is also linked with healing. The rod of Asclepius, a symbol of medicine, features a serpent coiled around a staff, signifying the healing power of nature. Many modern companies often embody their logos with a serpent representing qualities like power, transformation, speed, and innovation. Likewise, the snake symbolism in medicine is rooted in ancient Greek beliefs that snakes possessed healing powers, with their venom considered remedial and their skin shedding viewed as a symbol of rebirth and renewal. If you're enjoying these videos, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. In Acts 28, the Apostle Paul is shipwrecked on the island of Malta. As he gathers firewood, a viper bites him, and the locals expect him to die. But Paul shakes off the snake into the fire, and to their amazement, he suffers no harm. The snake symbolizes evil and was meant to harm Paul. Paul's survival serves as a powerful reminder that even in the face of danger, God's power can shield us from harm. This miraculous event also reminds Christians of the promise in Mark 16:18 that they will pick up serpents representing evil without being harmed, an expression of divine protection and authority over the evil one for those who walk in faith. Far from the evil symbolism, the Bible also speaks about the role of wisdom in relation to serpents. In Matthew 10:16, Jesus tells his disciples, "Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore, be wise as serpents and harmless as doves." This counsel encourages believers to be shrewd and discerning in their dealings with the world while remaining innocent in their actions. Here, the serpent represents the wisdom needed to navigate a world filled with challenges and dangers. In other words, Christians are to be clever and judge each situation accurately and turn it into their own advantage. In Luke 10:19, Jesus further empowers his followers, saying, "Behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions, and authority over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall injure you." This promise assures Christians that through faith in Christ, they are given power and authority to overcome the forces of evil. So, what can we learn from the serpent in the Bible? First, The serpent teaches us about the power of temptation and the need to stay vigilant. Second, it reminds us of the potential for redemption and healing, even in our darkest moments. Yet the serpent also symbolizes wisdom in how we navigate life and the power God gives to believers to overcome evil. Through the serpent's symbolism in the Bible, we are called to understand the nature of temptation, the possibility of redemption, and the hope that we can always turn to God for healing, wisdom, and victory. Through the examples from the Bible, I hope you see the symbolism of serpents is not always evil, but there is positive annotations as well. May we approach life with discernment, recognizing the serpent's lessons and applying them to our own journey of faith. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the serpent's symbolism in the Bible and beyond. We hope these insights will guide you in your own spiritual and personal growth. If you are enjoying these videos, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.